So that certain Aquaman starlet decided to go after both Jason Momoa and the Aquaman movie after introducing both of them to the courtroom. Making this even funnier, when we brought this up live on this channel, she decided to try to undo the damages while we were still broadcasting. That's right. Now, I find this fascinating considering this comes right after the introduction of dozens and dozens of courtroom exhibits, including not only Aquaman and Aquaman 2, but text from James Wan, you have text from Jason Momoa, text from Zack Snyder, and more. On top of that, this happens just days before Fantastic Beasts 3 is supposed to drop, a film that Warner Brothers knows they're going to have problems with. Why? Because Warner Brothers now has to go into the courtroom. They're scrambling to try to keep that movie out of it. Guess who caused that? That's right, a certain Aquaman starlet. Now, you and we are going to talk about this and so much more today. And remember, that certain Aquaman starlet has admitted that they watch certain social media accounts. In fact, they admitted it in a courtroom. One of those accounts is ThatUmbrellaGuy. That's right. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And I want to ask you to do something before we get started. Check out and back our project. It is live right now, crowdfunding on Indiegogo. Link is in the description. This is our challenge to industries that do not like you. The ones that will not put out good products. Walk away from that. Walk towards something better. Check out our stuff. So all of this, it starts with a pair of unfollows. And these unfollows, they're very interesting, and they tell you that there's more going on behind the scenes. So you have that certain Aquaman starlet decide to unfollow Jason Momoa. They also decided to unfollow the very movie that they're in, Aquaman, before it comes out, and I get the feeling they didn't think anyone would notice. Now, I found this to be fascinating because of two high-profile things that happened right around this. Two things they weren't supposed to do, by the way. The first one, they introduced this document here. This document is an exhibit description. There are 85 pages of exhibits on this, too. This is going to be the entire case that certain Aquaman starlet presents April 11th, 2022, in the JD versus that certain Aquaman starlet trial. Now, some of the items listed here, well, let's just say they probably present problems for that certain Aquaman starlet, and some people and some companies, they probably weren't happy about this listing. After all, when you start looking through it, you'll notice Aquaman, it comes up quite a few times. You see it popping up over and over again. You see Aquaman 2 also being brought into this. And on top of that, you see people like James Wan, their texts are introduced. You see Jason Momoa, his texts are introduced. And also, you have Zack Snyder that is added into the fray. Now, Warner Brothers, they made it quite clear they did not want to be introduced into the courtroom. They didn't want their brand. They didn't want their products associated with it. And when that Aquaman starlet wanted that before they did their about face and tried to keep them out, Warner Brothers decided to throw her under the bus. Now, despite their best efforts, and Warner Brothers, they brought everything they had to bear. They tried and tried. Well, the judge said, hey, you're going to have to come in. You're going to have to testify. In fact, JD is going to be able to ask you 2 hours worth of questions. That certain Aquaman starlet, they're going to be able to ask you 1 hour of questions. Now, Warner Brothers, they know that this is a problem, and a big one at that. They didn't think they were going to have to go into the courtroom. This is going to be one of the most high-profile cases to ever come out of Hollywood, and they're setting on the side of somebody that, well, they are not liked by the public. So, Warner Brothers starts scrambling. They move Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom out almost a year from the case. They move it to March 17th, 2023. You see Wonka, another brand connected with JD, that ends up being moved all the way to December 15th, 2023. And in the immediate, you have another brand that's impacted. Fantastic Beasts, or Fantastic Beasts 3, The Secrets of Dumbledore. This was originally supposed to come out April 15th, 2022. That would be 4 days after the case pops off off, they thought they could camouflage that because of all the articles that were coming up about JD. Well, now that they're going to be in the courtroom, they had to change that plan. They moved it to April 6th, 2022. And yeah, that's when the Ezra Miller stuff pops off. And when you combine all of that, that's going to end up tanking that Fantastic Beasts brand. Now, right after the Ezra Miller Fantastic Beasts 3 problems pop off, you have that certain Aquaman starlet, again, unfollow Jason Momoa. They also unfollow the Aquaman movie, the official movie. They decide, hey, I'm not going to have anything to do with that anymore. That tells you something went on behind the scenes. So we, of course, decided to live stream it right here in front of 1,400 people. Now, while we were live streaming that, in the middle of the live stream, you had this transpire. Real Laura B here is telling you about it. I saw several posts today that certain Aquaman starlet unfollowed Jason Momoa and the Aquaman movie on Instagram. Well, look who's stalking our community tweets here. So, if you go into their follows now, they decided they needed to refollow Jason Momoa. They still, at that time, had not refollowed the Aquaman movie, which I think is a big statement on it too. And when I mention this, I say, LOL, I said that she would do that. I said that she would do it live. Somebody here replies, this is Bling Pipe telling you, I told you in the chat she did this right then while we were talking about it, but you didn't see it. She followed back minutes after you said something about it. Now, if you find yourself saying, well, that might be coincidental, right, that umbrella guy? Why would they be watching? Well, I want to read you a passage from a recent court document. Remember, too, this isn't the first or the second time they've mentioned that umbrella guy. They seem to like to watch everything we do, but yeah, listen to this right here. As part of the campaign to smear that certain Aquaman starlet, Mr. Adam Waldman and JD also contacted the media to falsely call that certain Aquaman starlet a liar and a hoax artist. This not only included the mainstream media, but also included social media accounts, including ThatUmbrellaGuy. You see the other people listed there too. But yeah, that says that they're watching. They have also, in another document, listed something that I said on social media. So they've been paying attention. You can tell that something happened behind the scenes too. They were reacting to it. They always react impulsively. They were noticed and they didn't like that. But hey, they got caught. Now, like I was saying before, check out and back our project. It is live right now on Indiegogo. Link is in the description. We have 7 days remaining on our 30 here. This is how we go out and we challenge industry. You see what these companies get up to. They don't respect their customers. They put out terrible products. Well, when you're walking away from something, you can either give up a hobby or you can walk towards something. Help us build that something. That's what we're doing right here. Thank you, too, for being here. Can't say that enough. Thank you. We appreciate you. And until next time, well, we will see you soon.